Hey everybody, welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers reviews, and we are reviewing The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 13, Pabu, P-A-B-U. I think I'm saying that right.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm Ranger J1999, that's my co-host, the Big K, Cashmere. Cashmere, how are you today?
Doing good.
And we're reviewing Bad Batch Episode 13, baby. I mean, more of a setup episode. It's setting some things
Yeah.
up, which, we got kind of last week, which was an epic episode of Crosshair. This one was setting up some things with the Bad Batch. This is all set up. I mean, some stuff happened, but I didn't really care because I think they're getting to a certain point with it. I think the big thing is how goes on with the planet, but it was fine. It was kind of self-contained, but it is setting something up for where the Bad Batch is going. The big thing in this episode, Kashmir, I don't know how you felt about it, but Sid, they're trying to break ties off Sid, and she
Yep.
threatens them, man. And the space part, what's her name that's with them? I run
Fee.
the what's the name of it? Her name?
Fee.
Fee.
Wanda Sykes.
Yes, the great Wanda Sykes. She's aware of it, and I thought it was cool that her character's kind of warming up to me, man.
Yeah.
She's great scene in the beginning, right? With her and Omega and the boys, with Wrecker and Hunter there, where I don't know where they were at. They were on some planet, some place, and they
Yeah.
were trying to sell an artifact or get an artifact and stuff. And the guy tries to double cross them, and not a good idea. They get their ass kicked because the boys, Omega really showed in this episode,
Yeah.
man, and that she was quick on the draw and really quick on her feet. And so yeah, she's her skills are improving. You can tell she's been in some fights because she was calm and she was looking at her surroundings like what she can do when
hmm
she dropped that giant bell thing on the guy. I was like, oh, that's hardcore. And then after that, it's just the island. I mean, just them. I think the big things from there, you can get into the details of what you saw from the episode, but Echo and Fee's relationship, kind of interesting, kind of developing there.
Tech. Echo's gone.
Oh, tech. Sorry, I always say tech. Yeah,
You do
thank you.
that all the
That's why
time.
you're here, man. You got to keep me honest, brother. We keep each other honest, right?
Yes.
I've just got him on the brain, man. Last week's episode, man, so good. Um, but yeah, her and Tech, and then yeah, I mean, it was fine for the rest of the episode. It really sets up their, I don't know, their place of operation,
Yeah.
place or the sanctuary is what I would say it is for them.
hmm
Place where Megan grew up, but they can still do their stuff, whatever they're going to do yet, which we don't know about. I don't know. What did you think, man? I mean, there's two parts of this: the beginning part where it kind of gets them
Yeah.
there with Fee, and then the whole thing on Pabu, whatever
Yeah.
the planet's
Pabu.
name,
Yeah. Whatever.
Pabu.
I mean, it's good. Fee realizes that Omega she's a great fighter. I
Yeah,
mean, she's learned to be a soldier, but she hasn't learned to be a kid. And kind of like Hunter, she needs to be a kid, type of thing. And so she takes him to this Pabu. They kind
Pabu. I
of
kept
she
saying Fabu. It's Pabu, right?
and
Pabu.
yeah, Pabu.
Pabu. Pabu. Okay, yeah.
Yes, Pabu. I think she didn't pronounce it, but I don't remember. So,
Yeah,
but
don't
you see
expect us to
Omega.
pronounce stuff on this show. I mean, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Every once in a while, you see Omega get a chance to be a kid, and she is a kid, and she does kid things. So, she's hanging out with the mayor's daughter.
Yeah.
They go have this feast, and you see Wrecker for the first time
I know, guy
getting
full.
full. And
I
then
can't
Tech's
believe
being
it. I'm
himself. Like, well,
full.
let me log this so I
Yeah.
know this. And they're just Hunter's just kind of sitting back,
Yeah, soaking it all in.
realizing, you know what? I'm feeling something about this. And of course, there has to be something happen to get, for it to get interrupted. They have like this earthquake, whatever it's going to be, and going to have the surge. Um,
Which I thought
and
was
they,
cool, like why the island was designed the way that it is, right? And then, yeah, that
mm,
was really a neat little thing that, because of where they're located, there's the upper and the lower city. And the
mm,
upper city has this giant wall, and you're like, that seems interesting. Is that for fortifications? Which it could be,
yeah,
but I mean, in the Star Wars universe, like I don't really know about that, but
yeah.
it's because of the giant tidal waves that come in. I was like, Jesus Christ.
And they're not that common or anything. So they have this early warning system, but Hunter's a better early warning system.
Yeah.
You know, they all save the day. They rescue everybody, which is great. And then, you know, Hunter, even at one point asked the mayor, like, aren't you afraid the Empire is gonna, you know, come here and take you guys over? And he's like, we got nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we'll adapt.
What do
We
what do
got
we
nothing that
have
they
that the
want.
Empire could want? And if they do, we'll deal with it, you know?
Yeah, we'll deal with it then.
So
So
yeah, it was really cool. I mean, I liked the introduction of the mayor. I thought he was a cool character, and his daughter and
yeah.
the relationship with, because her and I mean her and the daughter and Omega go out on a boat because it's a big tropical island that's surrounded. It looks beautiful too.
Mhm. It
And
reminded me of like pictures of I've never been to, but it reminds me like pictures of Greece, like you know, where you see
it reminded me more of the
islands.
Bahamas. I mean, I've been to both, but it reminds me more of the water and the island, the way it was kind of structured with the hills and
Mhm.
everything. I mean, you could say Greece, but the way I don't know, it felt like a tropical, more tropical than
Mm,
Mediterranean feel to it. But you know, that's interpersonal. You know, if you think
yeah, you
Greek,
know what?
yeah.
I'm done with this. You don't agree with me? I'm out of
Oh,
here. I'm
you
not.
get the hell out of here, you son of um that's how I've kind of viewed it, you know.
Yeah.
Luckily I've been a world traveler, you know, in the military. I've seen a few places. But yeah, I really got that nice tropical feel from it. You know, yeah, I
Mhm.
could see the Mediterranean viewpoint of it too, like one of the islands off of Greece, you know, that kind of thing. But whatever you want to say, it was a
Yeah.
cool place. Um, real peaceful, real calm. What I liked about it is that everybody there's refugees, and they're all refugees from the
Yes.
previous war and from the empire. It doesn't matter which side of the coin they're on. They're just there because whatever reason they got away from wherever they were, that because you know bad things happened, and they've all kind of come together. I really like the sense of community that this place had, that everybody's out looking for each other. They know each other's names, even though it's a big community. It's
Mhm.
what, geez, thousands of people there, you know,
Yeah.
tens of thousands
Yeah.
probably, because of the way they were having to evacuate everybody to the upper levels and how long it was taking. So I think it's a what they're doing is they're introducing where the Bad Batch is going to go and be for a while with Fee and her connection. I like that they have that the stuff that she gets is in this big place that they keep for, you know, for all these. It's for cultural, you know, because
Yeah.
tech makes it obviously this doesn't really have monetary value. Like it's not about the monetary value; it's about the cultural significance and the heritage, you know, of these objects
Mhm.
for these people from all over the, you know, the galaxy. Basically, they have a huge giant kind of museum that they keep they keep this stuff in, and I thought that was really cool. That's really what Fee's doing. Is yeah,
Yeah.
she's a pirate, but she has some good intentions with what she's doing. You know, of course she's in there for profit, but she has some really good intentions, and you can see the relationship she had with the people there, and
Mhm.
she likes the Bad Batch and Omega enough that you know she's not even brought Sid there. You know, which I
Yeah.
wouldn't either because I don't trust
No.
Sid. Is
No.
really on my shit list, man. I
Yeah.
mean, threatening the Bad Batch. That's not someone who I want to threaten. Sid's by. I mean, and they're playing the heel with her really well. I don't know how you view it, but they've really done that switch because you have those moments at the beginning of the season where you know they saved her butt and they had the working relationship, and I'm like, you know, Sid's just you know that old timey wimey, you know, scoundrel, you know, been there, done that. That's helping them out, but you know now that she's threatening them, you know, with what she knows. Man, tell me what you think about this. I think Sid's going to sell them out because the Empire's going to be looking for Omega, and they're going to offer a huge thing, and Sid's going to try to cash in on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's they have to find out about. We know they're going to look for Omega. It's the question is how they're going to find out because everybody apparently thinks they died on Kamino.
Yeah.
You know, uh, Crosshair hasn't sold him out yet,
Mhm.
and had you know one or it seems like one or two opportunities where he could have sold them out, and then you know, so it's almost it's got to be Sid. I mean, unless somehow, which I doubt it, you know, from this episode, somehow Fee's gonna sell them out.
I don't get that vibe from
Yeah, and
her at
I don't
all.
think so, but you know, something's gonna happen somewhere where they're where you know Omega's gonna get caught or captured, It's just something like that's bound to happen. We got 3 episodes left, so
And next week is a double tap because we got two
next
shows.
next week I think it's only 1.
Is it one
I
and
thought
then
it was going to be 2, but I think they are going to do the last on the 29th, the 2 episodes.
so the final 2 episodes will be the last 2. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that'll be interesting. So I think next week will be a setup of like what's going to happen and get all the pieces moving on what's going to happen for the end of Bad Batch season 2, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's they're setting things up nicely here. I mean, I really like the way that the Bad Batch has been operating. Yeah, I mean, this episode, if you look at it and it's just a single episode, I would hear people say it's filler. I don't think it's filler at all because I think filler is just a couple like episode 5 where they go off on this thing and it didn't really have anything to do with the plot or anything. Maybe there's some character development, but this episode, yeah, they go on, there's something happens, but it's a part of them becoming a part of this community and wanting to help this community and staying and wanting to help rebuild it and feeling a closeness with these people and feeling like they're refugees too. This is a perfect place for them. And it's not just Hunter, it's Tech, it's Wrecker, it's Omega. They feel right here. And I think this is going to lead to some good stuff. Setting up for season 3, this will be their base of operations from, doing whatever they're going to be doing. Because we know that the pieces are coming together. They're going to come after Omega. We know Crosshair is going to be involved with this somehow. We know Echo and Rex are going to get involved with this somehow too. With the Bad Batch, as this all culminates into something. What it's going to culminate to, I don't know yet. It's just going to be about somehow they're going to find Omega. I think that's going to be next episode. They're going to find her, get her, and then the last 2 is going to be them rescuing her, and then where this leads Bad Batch going into the next season, which I do think it's getting another season if I'm not mistaken. It could be, I don't know, but I mean,
yeah, I believe they've already been greenlit for season 3.
Yeah. I've had some problems with Bad Batch this season. There's been a few episodes like, okay, I saw the reasons for it, but it was filler, but it was character development, whether it was Tech or Wrecker or Omega. But yeah, these last few episodes are really setting things up. So I don't know how overall on the episode, like anything you didn't like about the episode. I thought it was fine. I really, it's a standalone episode that set some things up. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was starting to get a little ticked off, thinking, man, really? Like we're gonna go back to, and then I started thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? Kind of, you kind of have to bring it down a little bit so that we can just finish on that ultimate high, which I'm hoping these next 3 episodes, this next episode is going to kind of really bring up that trajectory.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the last 3 episodes. So out of 5 Bad Batch, what would you give this?
I'd give this like a 3.5. This was
it
was a good episode.
Yeah, same here.
Nothing groundbreaking. I mean, I think it is just kind of like setting up where we're going to go in the future. But like I said, I think it's just more of the, all right, let's kind of bring it down a notch so that we can finish this off on a really high note.
Yeah, I agree. I really liked it. I thought it was good. 3.5 for me. Some good moments, and it was one of those shows. It was one of those episodes. Like, yeah, not a lot's happening. Yeah, we had the stuff at the end. I really like the stuff at the beginning. You've shown the growth of Omega and their connection with Fee and their relationship is trusting one another. That she trusts him enough to take him to this place that she's not taking anybody else to, which was really cool. So that kind of shows that camaraderie. Because I didn't know what the hell they were going to do with Wanda Sykes' character, Fee. I was like, what is the point of her? Now I see the point of her, and what her overall significance, because she's going to be involved with, as much as she's getting close to Omega, like she's going to be all in to try to save Omega too. I guarantee it. I would be shocked if she wasn't involved somehow, some way. Especially now that they're going to be there helping out and stuff like that. So it's leading to some good stuff. So yeah, 3.5. But let us know in the comments what you guys think about this episode of Bad Batch. I thought it was fine. It was good. Set some things up. Got some things ready for what we got for the last 3 episodes, and with Sid and everything else. So it's all kind of culminating into these last 3. I think I agree with you, Cash. These last 3 shows. But let us know what you think in the comments. You like it? Like it? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What
Cash.
I really want to know is, did this island look more like the Mediterranean or the Caribbean?
Who cares? But let us know what you thought. It doesn't really matter if you think it looks like Japan. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy. Hawaii. It looks like Hawaiian Islands, you know. So, but no, I thought it was really cool. So, yeah, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and if you like what we're doing, hit the Patreon. You can support all the content that we're doing. We do this. We do the Star Wars lore with idiots with myself and Kashmir. We get the $1,500. We're going to have this potato head over there. Wait, this over this way. Let me get the finger that way. He has to do the. If I do this, does that work better? Yeah, there we go. He has to do a lore video on Grandmaster Yoda because he won't shut up about it whenever we cover anything, and I'm gonna make him learn some stuff. So with that, thanks for joining us for this review. We'll see you next week for Bad Batch episode number 14. May the force be with you. We'll see you then.